2017 was fake news, according to Collins Dictionary, the American Dialect Society, and the Oxford Dictionary. It was also named Word of the Year in 2016 by the Mercury Dictionary. Fake news and misleading information is nothing new. However, the speed of how information spreads causes a bigger problem today than it did before. It affects our society in more ways than one, and the public needs to be more aware of it and try to fix the problem. The first step is defining what fake news is. And according to Cambridge Dictionary, false news that appears to be news spread on the internet or using other media, usually created to influence political views or as a joke. Collins Dictionary says false, often sensational information disseminated under the guise of news reporting. And Dictionary.com says false news stories, often a sensational nature, created to be widely shared online for the purpose of generating ad revenue via web traffic or discrediting a public figure, movement, company, etc. According to PolitiFact, President Trump has used this term 153 times, whether it was in his Twitter, his speeches, or his interviews. And even former President Obama has said in his speech warning the CEO of Facebook about fake news and it's constantly being seen everywhere, which is why I wanted to take the initiative and learn how fake news came to be, why I'm seeing it everywhere, and more importantly, how do I know what I'm seeing, what I'm reading is true or not. In doing so, I found some sites that fact check the stories and let you know if it's real or not. Here I have a picture of a dress. It may look familiar to you, but for some, if you haven't seen it, it was a photo that was put online that was circulating on the internet, asking viewers what color it was. Was it white and gold or black and blue? This simple photo of a dress had over 500 likes and shares within 30 minutes, and within 2 days was on various social media sites and had a little over 28 million views. This is a perfect example of how something could be spread all over the internet and how fast. Just imagine if this was a false article concerning more important matters, then it becomes a fake news story. It actually has always been around. However, it wasn't until the president election in 2016 that it hit its popularity. It's been used so much that differentiating what is fake and what is not has become a daily problem. If you watch TV, read articles, or even conversate with family or friends, fake news is probably something you've heard or even talked about. Before the internet, there was anonymous brochures to the mail, and then when it started to become widely used, then it was emails being sent to everyone telling the recipient to send this to everyone you know. And now we have social media where the spread of false information has taken over, with Facebook being the number one source. According to LibGuides at the Loyola Marymount University, most adults got their news from social media. Fake news is like a virus, spreading faster than a wildfire through Facebook, and everyone who gets infected infects others by continuing to spread it, sharing it, and reposting it. The ability to spread stories to millions of people within seconds is bittersweet. False stories. But it's not just Facebook, it's Twitter and Google and many other websites manipulating stories to feed the public. These websites intentionally misrepresent stories and continue to do so with increasing amount of views they get. The way they obtain people to visit their website is by creating a clickbait, which just is content, which its main purpose is to attract the user into the article, into their site. Whether or not the users believe it is trivial, because these websites measure their success by the number of clicks they get, hence clickbait. And this has become a problem because some viewers may believe these false stories and could possibly affect their thinking depending on the content of the story. I have two photos here. The photos on the left are, both these photos were spread on the internet. The ones on the left are accurate and the ones on the right are fake news. Now, this is our society lives in a world of technology, and social media plays a vital role. So if there was any kind of emergency where the public needed to know, we'd be in great hands, and we would know right away. For instance, the earthquake in Haiti and the horrific attack in Nice, social media such as Facebook and Twitter has been the number one source in helping spread awareness. Conversely, if certain people wanted to use this ability to spread um, information, they could do it biased. It could be biased information, or they could start swaying people and influencing them to believe a certain political view, and that becomes propaganda, and that is very dangerous to our society. And social media again has been the number one source in spreading these rumors. Online make their articles and websites so believable it's hard to tell what is real or not. And in a fast paced society, who has time to double check everything we see, read, and hear? Writers can invent stories to look like serious journalism, to make money, and potentially influence public opinion. It will never stop. I mentioned a few times that fake news is a major cause of concern in dangerous society. An example of this is the Pizzagate scandal. This scandal went viral in 2016, and to be brief, it was a pizzeria that allegedly was hiding a child sex ring led by Hillary Clinton. Not only were these allegations completely false, but some registered voters believed it to be true and some weren't sure. This obviously was an attempt to damage Hillary Clinton's campaign, but even worse, a man named Edgar Welch drove from North Carolina to Washington to that pizzeria with assault rifles. Obviously, he found nothing but terrified employees and customers, but this is just a perfect example of how far a fake story can go and how much we can let it affect us. So, what do we do to fix the problem? How do we have legitimate conversations with each other if we can't agree on what is fact and what is not? Here are a few sites that can be used to verify the stories you see online. There is the Poynter Institute, which delivers tips on debunking fake news, and the First Draft Partner Network. This provides practical and ethical guidance in how to verify and publish content sourced from the social web. We also had an online article from the William H. Library that will tell you everything you need to know about the fake news and how to fight it. They also offer sites to verify facts as well as images. Question ourselves and what type of knowledge we value. Fake news and manipulated stories can come anywhere. It's up to us to be able to tell the difference. It's also the public's responsibility to seek out the truth and kill this term we use, fake news. So if you're suspicious about something you see on TV or read online, utilize the resources I've given or look them up yourselves. And remember, don't believe everything you see or read online.